Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhammad Izzuddin bin Muhammad Shaiedi, B09201047 to present about UNR17. Okay, introduction. Auto legislation refer to the law and regulation that govern the manufacturing, sale and operation of automobiles. This include law related to vehicle safety, emission, fuel efficiency, and customer protection. These laws are established by government agencies such as the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration (NHTCA) in the United States and the Europe Union Transport Commissioner, and are intended to ensure the safety of driver, passenger, and other road users, as well as to protect the environment and promote fair competition about manufacturer. Okay. In the United Nations regulation UNR 470 is the use of car seat and head restraints. This is more about safety and comfort for the vehicle, which involve adjustable displacement and locking system for the seat back and seat and their part. The structure, shape, dimension, material, and mass of the seat, although the seat may differ in covering and color different, not exceeding 5% in the mass of the approved seat type shall not be considered significant. The dimension, frame, material, and padding of head restraint, although they may differ in color and covering. There are several categories that use car seat and head restraint, namely the M1 and N1 category. For category M1 is for passenger cars such as car, van, and pickups, while category N1 is for light truck and lorry. So, the terminology. This terminology have 12. Okay. So the first is forward facing seat, rearward facing seat, side facing seat, bench seat, anchorage adjustment system, displacement system, locking system, folding seat, transverse plane, longitudinal plane, and head restraint. Okay, for the head restraint, there are 3 types in UNR17, like integrated head restraint, detachable head restraint, and separate head restraint. So, the test procedure, I put 4 tests. Okay, first is seat testing. What to measure? Interior design has grown increasingly important as vehicles become more customized and substantial future improvement in interior material are anticipated. There are many other types of material employed, such as fabric, polymer instead of metal, and increasingly more natural material like leather or wood. In addition to look and feel, shared design is a feel-good component that is becoming more and more important. However, the stiffness and strength of the material that make up the component and material that are relevant to safety also have a significant influence. The testing apparatus displayed here is intended to evaluate the calibre of car seat. The shafts are loaded onto the loading table and then positioned horizontal along the y-axis. The x-axis load cell simultaneous horizontal position allow you to calculate the z-axis axial stiffness throughout the whole seat surface. Method to measure. Each car seat is pressed several times to test the reaction while driving on the road. The testing technique is also used to evaluate sensor mats that are built into seat and utilize to regulate the autonomic setting of the car, such as the proper airbag deployment. Okay, the next is dynamic seat testing. The fatigue stretch of car seat is assessed using a biaxial, flexible hydraulic system. It has a T-slot table, a horizontal sliding table, an adjustable seat mount, a moving actuator, and a height adjustable load frame, simulating both vertical and horizontal acceleration force simultaneously is made possible by the sliding table and the pressure piece adaptable installation. For the method to measure, the method is simply adaptable to test different complex shape component in one or two as dynamic test stand for seat and two test axes, horizontal and vertical. Okay, the third is testing of foam. The typical measure used to assess the durability of seat surface, headrest and side bolster in automobiles in the indentation hardness. Typically, a rectangular shaped specimen is put into a predetermined test die. Test die of various forms can be used to measure foam pitch. The C-line testing machine was specially developed for seat testing. Flexible access to the machine from three sides. Worker test the complete vehicle seat and test individual form component. And lastly is testing of headrest. Okay, the force created by the rearward head movement shall be absorbed by headrest in an emergency, so that your head is continually slowed down but not propelled back in the opposite way. They should store as little energy as feasible. It should retain this thread. The war time is easy. The stiffness and durability of a vehicle headrest may be easily determined using an electromechanical testing actuator. So the method of measure: sample test stand for headrest. The test die dynamically load the headrest, and the actuator can be easily removed and used for other tests. Okay. For the requirement, the installation of side-facing seat should be prohibited in vehicle category M1, N1, M2 of class 2, 3 and B, and M3 of technically permissible laden mass not exceeding 10 ton of class 2, 3 and B. It does not apply to ambulance or to vehicle intended for use by the armed service, civil defense, fire service and force responsible for maintaining public order. Every adjustment and displacement system provided shall incorporate a locking system which shall operate automatically. Locking system for armrest or other comfort device is not necessary unless the presence of such device will cause additional risk of injury to the occupant of a vehicle in the event of collision. That's all for me about present UNR7. Thank you.